If your fixed rate ends within the next 6 to 9 months, you don't need to predict the interest rates. You just need a plan. Today, I'm going to show you how you can make cleaner decisions and a smooth transition with your remortgage in just 5 simple steps. Hi, I'm Kieran. I'm from Kick Finance. Just a quick reminder, this video is general information only and it's not intended for personal advice. Lenders assess criteria differently, and affordability entirely depends on your personal circumstances. Your home may be repossessed if you do not keep up repayments on your mortgage. Let's build your remortgage calmly and efficiently. Step 1. Put your life first. Write down what's likely to change in the next 2 to 5 years. Any role moves, bonus changes, equity events, relocation, schools, family, the list goes on. Your life decides product length and flexibility before rates do. Step 2. We need to look at the total cost, not just the headline rate. We need to make sure we're comparing options over the full initial term. So whether it's a 2-year or a 5-year, we need to compare the monthly payments over that number of months. We need to factor in product fees and make sure that we factor in whether they've been added to the loan or paid in advance. Plenty of mortgages now come with different incentives, things like cashbacks or free legals. And so we need to factor that in as well. And we're also going to need to look at what the estimated balance outstanding will be at the end of the fixed rate, because that's going to take care of the equity you have in there and likely will dictate what your mortgage rate could look like in the next 2 or 5 years, depending on what you take. Now, it's very tempting to always do shorter fixes for that flexibility, but shorter fixes can cost more in fees over the longer term compared to a longer fix, even if the rate looks more attractive. Step 3, we need to look at features that fit what you're trying to do. We're talking about overpayments. Do you want something that's portable? Do you need a little bit more flexibility with things like no early repayment charges? Or do you want reduced early repayment charges if you were to move? What about using higher savings you might have in an offset or a linked savings mortgage product? It's important to pick features that match your cash flow and what your likely changes are going to be. Flexibility is an option that you can buy with your remortgage. Step 4, we aim to only build your file once. And that means only gathering what we need at the time we need it. For example, for anyone who's employed, we're going to want to see pay slips, P60s, and maybe any evidence of bonuses, commission, for example. For any directors or business owners, we're going to need to see at least the last 2 years' accounts, salary and dividends, maybe even accountant's letter. Although for some company owners, we might be able to use only 1 year's. We're also likely going to want to see your self-assessments for the last 2 years as well. So for contractors, we're going to want to see your day rate contract alongside pay slips with any notes for any gaps within there. Step 5, we need to execute without hassle. So for us, we need to help you decide to choose between staying with the same lender or complete a full remortgage to a new lender. Now, everything we've talked about already will help us decide that. But then we're going to look at the total costs. We're going to look at the features and do they align with what you're trying to do. We then need to look at your time investment in this. And what I mean by time investment is if you do go for a full remortgage, you're very likely going to need to instruct some solicitors. And so there is going to be a time investment from your side as well. And it really does depend on how much you want to input that time in, and is it worth to you the potential saving in monthly rate to do that. And then when we do look at solicitors, we need to look at, do we want to take advantage of free legals with the provider if they offer them? Or do we want to go for a paid option and maybe utilize some cashback if it's available as well, especially for ones that are a bit more complex and time sensitive? So the best tip I can give anybody with a mortgage is always set a diary reminder at least 6 months before the end of the fix to make sure that you avoid any last minute panics. Good decisions do not require perfect predictions. The best way to plan your remortgage is just to start with your lifestyle and what you're expecting to happen over the next couple of years. Compare the total cost, pick features that benefit you or complement your decision, and then let us build the file once and execute it with discipline. When you're considering your remortgage, just remember, good decisions when it comes to your remortgage doesn't require you to predict the market or predict what you're going to do. But to help you choose the right product, look and start with yourself. Understand what it is you're looking or wanting to do over the next few years. Compare the total cost. Pick features that benefit and complement that. Let us build your file once and then execute it to get you the result you need. Now, if you do want to talk or have some help, I will make sure that our website link is below. Feel free to book in directly. Let's have a chat, or alternatively, go and find a good broker just like us that will help you make the right decision.